Okay, so it's now March 3rd. We're now in the third month of 2015. And I want to talk about, I've talked about hope, I've talked about family, I've talked about overcoming things and obstacles, I've talked about holidays and separation and what that does to, family traditions and loss, and talked about hope, and talked about wishing everyone a happy new year. And I talked about how we're all made up of stories, and this one kind of relates back into that, how we're stories, but we all struggle in life. We all have things that sometimes honestly make us want to run and hide. But I'm learning through this trial that maybe we're not supposed to run and hide. We're supposed to face whatever it is that is causing. And I faced a lot of things that I would have never faced had I not gone through this. So I see how strong I am and how, despite everything that would have keeps getting thrown at me, I keep coming back. So I think it goes back into the we kind of have to trust ourselves and embrace the struggle at some point, whether it's internal struggle. Sometimes we have that emotional or physical. That wouldn't be, physical, but or whether it's, things like earthly things that we can't control. A lot of it we have to remind ourselves is it's beyond my control. I can't control this. I can't, but we can control how we respond to the situation. Like, we're not going to let it change who we are. We're not going to let it harden our hearts. We're not going to let it take our sunshine. We're not going to let it break who we are, or destroy the good things about us, or the things that we worked hard to become, and the things that we know true about ourselves. We're not going to let those people, I talked about knowing who your real friends are too. The people that say, oh, you do this, you do that. We're not going to let those people that are in your boat steer you in the wrong direction. We're not going to let, when you're going through a struggle, you need people that are around you, going to support you and love you, and no matter what, lift you up. And if you're going through a struggle, storm, or whatever, and you're able to help inspire others while going through your own storm, well, that in itself is a blessing too. I have been through a lot in my life, but no greater, if nothing has hurt more than the forced separation of me from my children from me. I'd like to take a moment and talk about last week I didn't have visits with my kids due to the driving facilitation place decided that they no longer wanted to take my case. So, in turn, and because of it, my kids were punished, I was punished, and we didn't get to see each other for a week. We see them tomorrow, but it's just devastating beyond words. It's heartbreaking, and not only is it heartbreaking to me, but my children, with small children that have been traumatized and forcibly removed from their homes and their environment, need to have that consistency and need to know. And they keep asking, how many more 9As? How many more 9As? And it's like the people were telling them, we don't know. And it's just like, how is this in the best interest of my children? It's not, clearly. And to top it off, it was court ordered to have visits. So, things are, this is not how we treat children. This is not. But I'm not going to let it destroy me. I'm going to start doing my Sunday teaching at at our church for 4 and 5-year-olds. Which before this all started, I was homeschooling my kids, and I'm an amazing teacher. I used to be a preschool teacher, and that's a huge testimony about who I am. Teaching is all about what I'm about. I love education. I love learning and reading and writing and music and dance and all that fun stuff. And that's one reason this whole thing with CPS is just shook me to the core, because everything that I've worked so hard, everything that I know true and dear who I am, they've come through and tried to smush who I am, and I say, no, you can't. You don't know who I am, and your biased opinions of me is just a glimmer. It's not who I am. This is who I am, real and raw, before you. And I'm not going to let anyone else's opinion of me shake who I am, or change who I am, or let myself be defeated. This is me, Mama Bear, holding her ground, because I know my rights. I know my truth. And I want all of you to learn to find out what your truth is. Don't rely on other people to say who you are, what you are, or your self-worth, because your self-worth lies within you. You don't need anyone else to tell you that. The only one at the end of the day is you. If you like yourself, that's all that matters. But in my situation, that's the only thing that matters. But as far as the courts and all that stuff, unfortunately, it matters not so much at the court. It doesn't. What it matters is that they have a say. So even though I can have as much confidence in myself to the end of the next 20 years, but I have to. It's like their opinion still matters. Unfortunately, in this situation, it's not right, but this is what it is. So here I am, laying it all out, and I just miss my kids so much. I haven't seen them since Sunday, which was the day before Pinky's 3rd birthday. We had a party, and which was great. She loved all her little princess gifts and everything. And then that was the last time I saw them, and now I'm going to see them again tomorrow. But it's like, my kids have been through so much. Monkey, my little bear, has been in 7 homes, 7 foster homes. I can't even explain my feelings for that. Pinky's been in 5. And they're all now together. I've had, at our last thing, back in May, end of May, all the service providers were saying that Michael was suffering a lot and he needed to come home. Everyone but CPS. So rather than keep him further alienated, obviously I wanted him to come home. But since they were not cooperating and still not cooperating, I agreed to put him with his brothers and sister, and he's been there since. Thank God that they're all together. Again, I had to push for that too, because in Washington it's a law. Either they get visits with each other if they're not together, or they have to be placed together. Learn your rights, study your rights, study your local laws, and study your state laws. And just educate yourself, because that's the best way. I mean, that's the best thing I can tell you. All right, don't ever stop believing in yourself, and let your light shine for the whole world to see. Be a light. Someone needs your star, and just remember, you're amazing, and you always believe in yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's left with you.